Listen up. This isn't just another video about relationships. This is about you, about your value, your presence, and the quiet power you hold when you refuse to bend, plead, or react. Most men crumble the second they feel distance. They chase, they beg, they trade their dignity for scraps of attention. But not you. When you commit to no contact, something happens that she can't ignore. It's not manipulation, it's self-respect. It's discipline. It's the silent message that says, I know my worth, and I won't settle for less. And believe me, absence doesn't weaken you, it amplifies everything she took for granted. You see, silence isn't empty, it's powerful, it's magnetic. It shows that you are anchored in your own life, your own growth, and your own standard of respect. She starts to feel it, that pull, that regret, that realization of what she lost. And the funny thing? The more steady you remain, the more the universe conspires to make her see you clearly, without you ever uttering a word. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you. And remember this: discipline isn't boring. It's the ultimate form of attraction. So if you've been tempted to break, to check your phone, to reach out, don't. Hold your ground. Stand firm. Let your silence do the talking. Let your growth speak louder than your words ever could. At first, she'll act like nothing's changed. She'll laugh a little louder around friends, post things online that scream I'm fine, and carry herself like she's untouchable. She might even use distractions, new hobbies, new people, new noise, to convince herself she's moved on. Ego becomes her armor, detachment, her shield. But here's what most men don't see: that surface confidence is fragile. It's a mask. Behind every post, every laugh, every casual swipe of the phone, there's a deeper truth she's avoiding. She notices the silence. She feels the space you've created. She senses the calm in your absence, the stability in your growth. And it unsettles her. Because you're no longer reacting, no longer chasing, no longer validating her drama. And that's the part she can't fake. That's the part that hits her in the quiet moments when she's alone and reality sinks in. She starts to feel the weight of what she left behind. The consistency you embodied, the respect you never compromised, the man who can exist fully without needing her approval. And here's the key. While she's busy pretending she's fine, her mind is working overtime. Regret creeps in. Comparison whispers in the back of her thoughts. Longing grows quietly, imperceptibly, until she can't ignore it. She thought she could walk away and escape, but the truth is your silence, your discipline, is stronger than any words, any calls, any explanations she ever imagined. This is why no contact isn't just about staying away. It's about showing, without speaking, that your life, your value, and your self-respect are untouchable. And trust me, the longer you hold, the clearer that truth becomes, both to you and to her. The moment you step back, the moment you stop giving energy, attention, or validation, something shifts. It's almost invisible at first, but the void you leave is powerful. She notices it. Even if she pretends not to, even if she convinces herself she doesn't care, the space you've created begins to echo. Uncertainty creeps in. Questions start to form in her mind. Why isn't he reaching out? Did I push too far? Has he moved on? Curiosity follows closely behind, poking at her pride, challenging the narrative she's been telling herself. And slowly, subtle fear begins to rise. The fear of losing something she can't replace, the fear of what she let go, the fear that maybe you're not waiting for her anymore. This isn't about manipulation. This is about reality. When a man knows his worth and refuses to chase, his absence becomes a mirror. It reflects everything she's been avoiding. The moments she took for granted, the attention she assumed she always had, the stability she underestimated. And here's the thing: silence has weight. Discipline has presence. Your calm, unshakable self-respect begins to pull on her without you saying a word. That emptiness, that space you carved out, it's not just noticed, it's felt. It lingers in her thoughts, disrupts her routines, and ignites that primal recognition. Something valuable is gone and she can't force it back. The more steady you remain, the more that void stretches. And in that stretch, the truth becomes undeniable. The man she thought she could walk away from is the man she quietly longs for, the man who refuses to lower his standards, the man whose absence teaches her the value of presence. Once you fully step back, the shift becomes undeniable. She starts noticing other people, other attention, other experiences, but it's different now. Nothing lands the same. Every laugh, every compliment, every fleeting moment with someone new begins to feel hollow. Her mind can't help but compare. She compares their energy to yours. She compares their presence to yours. And in that comparison, a quiet truth emerges. No one matches the consistency, the calm, the silent strength you embody, the respect you carry, the way you never beg, the way you hold your ground. Those things stand out in stark contrast to the temporary, surface-level connections she chases. Attention from others begins to feel like noise. Distractions can't replace the anchor you were in her life. The more she searches for that same feeling elsewhere, the clearer it becomes. What she had with you wasn't replaceable. Your value wasn't just in your words or your presence. It was in your self-respect, your discipline, your unwavering standard. And here's the subtle, undeniable pull. She starts longing for the stability and authenticity that only you offered. She starts realizing that while she could entertain others, she could never truly replicate what she had with the man who refused to compromise his worth. Your uniqueness becomes the benchmark she can't ignore. And that's the power of staying silent, staying disciplined, and never breaking no contact. While she's busy comparing and questioning, you're doing something far more powerful: growing. Mentally, you're sharpening your focus. Emotionally, you're learning to anchor yourself in stability rather than reaction. Physically, you're leveling up, showing discipline in ways that reflect strength, confidence, and presence. And in your purpose, you're advancing, building a life that doesn't revolve around approval but around mastery, ambition, and self-respect. This distance isn't emptiness for you, it's fuel. Every moment you don't chase, every text you don't send, every ounce of energy you save, it compounds. You become more grounded, more magnetic, more untouchable. Your confidence isn't loud or desperate, it's quiet, undeniable, and it radiates in everything you do. People notice energy like this. She notices energy like this. And here's the key: you don't have to force it. Growth comes naturally when you prioritize yourself. You're no longer the man who waits, worries, or doubts. You're the man who moves forward with purpose, who controls his emotions, who elevates every aspect of his life without bending for anyone else. This transformation is magnetic. It's the silent message that speaks louder than any words. You're not defined by who comes or goes. You're defined by the standards you hold, the life you build, and the unshakable confidence that no absence, no distance, no rejection can touch. The man you're becoming isn't just attractive, it's inevitable. Eventually, the mask starts to slip. The confidence she wore so carefully begins to crack. Ego, pride, and bravado can only hold for so long. When reality hits, the man she took for granted isn't waiting, isn't pleading, and isn't compromising his worth. Regret rises like a tide she can't stop. Subtle at first, then undeniable. The fear of losing you, truly losing you, becomes real. She begins to feel the weight of your absence in every quiet moment, every glance at her phone, every interaction that falls short of what she had with you. That pull, the magnetic force of your discipline, your growth, your unwavering self-respect, starts to shift the dynamic. You're no longer chasing, you're no longer reacting. You're the standard, the measure, the constant she can't ignore. And here's the truth she can't escape. What she walked away from isn't just a person. It's a man who commands respect, who moves with purpose, who elevates silently while the world distracts itself with noise. Some people realize your value the moment you stop proving it. Never underestimate the power of walking away while standing tall.